Hi guys, Alistair Taylor down here at Living Golf Academy, and today we're going to talk about how to hit your 3-wood better off the ground. Right then guys, so for a lot of guys, very good with 3-wood when it's on a tee, but we really see some big inconsistencies when they start to hit 3-wood off the floor. In this video today, we're going to talk about why that could be the case, why you find it very easy off a tee and really struggle off the floor, but most importantly, we're going to show you how to hit that 3-wood better off the ground. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. Hope you're enjoying today's content, and if you are enjoying the video today, consider clicking the subscribe button, ringing the notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I get a new video out there to help you improve your golf. But for today and right now, let's get on with how to hit that 3-wood better off the ground. Right then guys, hitting 3-wood better off the ground. I think it's something I see a lot with guys, and I have done videos in the past, but this is just an updated version. So I see lots of guys, they get that tee shot away and they get over the 3-wood, everything feels really good. And then they just really struggle with that contact. I mean, Trackman there showing a whole 6 yards carry. I've just hit that into the ground. Ball's gone nowhere. And yet, the most frustrating thing for guys is they tend to tell me that they're very good with 3-wood when it's on a tee. Now, the major difference here is that the golf ball is in the air when it's on the tee. So what we don't have to do here is be particularly good at controlling where the bottom of our arc is. So as with most shots on the floor, even with a 3-wood, we would like to see the club traveling very slightly downwards at impact, at worst probably dead level with the ground, but just brushing the floor. Now what we see when the ball's up on the tee is guys can make that swing, and even though that one's off to the left, you see out the middle of the golf club, but the low point of my golf swing has been almost an inch behind the ball, and the club has travelled up by the time it's got to the ball. Now, that makes it virtually impossible when the ball's on the ground, unless it's sat on a nice fluffy bit of grass, to get the ball in the air. And I think the big challenge for guys is they want to see the golf ball go in the air. And when there's that lack of loft with 3-wood, the first thing that a lot of golfers want to do is they want to almost try and help the ball in the air. So initially we can see that one where we just bottom out very early, cold top it, ball goes nowhere. The other shot I tend to see with guys is that as they're coming in, they're trying to create loft by leaving the club face over to the right. And the danger with that one is even if it's a good strike, it just shapes way out to the right. So even though my low point was after the golf ball there, because there's not enough loft there, that's really, it's got up in the air, but it's just way offline. So part of the problem could be that maybe you shouldn't be using a 3-wood. Perhaps for you, a 5-wood or a 7-wood might be better, and actually might be the wood off the floor that hits it the furthest for you. But let's just say that you have got 3-wood in your bag and you've got the kind of correct speed and launch conditions. What we're looking to feel is that we want to get the low point of the golf swing just after the golf ball. Now, what's great in the golf swing is that as you start your swing, your weight shifts forward in the downswing and the low point should move forward. Now we don't want it too far ahead, so we wouldn't want the ball in the centre of the stance with the low point maybe 4 or 5 inches after the golf ball. Because the danger is the club would be moving down too much, possibly even the strike could be poor, and we still wouldn't see that elevation. So I like to see with 3-wood probably the ball kind of maybe an inch, couple of inches inside that left armpit, with the weight pretty 50-50, maybe just slightly favouring that front leg. And then all we're looking to do when we swing is shift that weight and that pressure into that lead foot and touch the ground after the golf ball. And for a lot of guys, that concept of just understanding the club's travelling down at impact is very different. I mean, for me as a kid, certainly back in the days of video, there was a lot of stuff about you want to sweep your woods away, hit it on the way up. I'm not saying you can't ever hit a good shot doing that, but it is incredibly difficult. So if we can get that low point just after the golf ball, we can set up there, put that swing on it. So right out the middle, low point after the golf ball, club moving down through impact, fairly shallow, and a really, really good distance. Now that's not to say then that when the ball's on the tee, if I wanted to maybe try and hit it higher, I could treat that more like driver. But even there, I still wouldn't be against trying to feel that that low point's just slightly after the golf ball. Not quite as good a swing, but again, that was decent, gets me in play. But for most guys, it's not just about hitting the ball well off the tee. You know, when the ball's in the air, there maybe is that little bit more margin for error, but we really want to make sure that that club is traveling down slightly at impact, and the only way really of achieving that is to make sure that that low point of the golf swing is slightly after the golf ball. So let's have one more good one, and then you guys can put this into practice. There we go, low point after the golf ball, good strike, again fairly shallow through impact, and I'd take that with 3-wood. So guys, like I said, maybe a little change of concept. Once you've got that concept, it's then putting that into practice. Have some practice swings. Feel like you're going to just touch the ground slightly after where the golf ball will be, and that will get you hitting your 3-wood better off the ground. Right then guys, so you can see probably for a lot of you, maybe a little bit of understanding more than anything as to what you were trying to do through impact, and certainly maybe that little lack of understanding was very much why you were very good from a tee, but maybe struggled from the floor. So a slight change of thought process, and then obviously that change in execution as to how you're delivering your 3-wood. Combining that with centre of the club face, you're going to hit that 3-wood better than you've ever hit it off the ground. Maybe get on some of those par 5s in 2, maybe even make one of those elusive eagles. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you've enjoyed today's video and you don't currently subscribe, click the button and ring the notification bell, that way you'll get my videos as soon as they drop. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.